Now let's introduce the category of individual herbs. Start from the beginning. Category 1, usually you start with what they call external releasing wind cold herbs. And all those external releasing wind cold herbs, they have got acrid and warm characteristics. They are the main characteristic of external releasing wind cold herbs. They're warm, they're acrid. Now, such as here, we got the list of ma huang, xixin, and then of course we got the qianhua, which is really a little sort of stem, and gaoben is also stem, has been sliced, and jingjie, probably much more like flower. And you got the baizi, is the root, and you got ginger, which is senjiang, and you got cinnamon twig, which is guizi. It's a very, very small stem, has been sliced into these little pieces. And then you got fangfeng, and finally you got zisuye. Zisuye is leaf. They are light, they are fragrant usually. Now, all these herbs is a category of external releasing wind cold herb. That is their main actions. But don't forget, Chinese herb has got multifactorial function. That's why we call it partial characteristic. They are not only, these herbs here, they are not only releasing wind cold, some of them can be used for treating some other conditions, such as phlegm dam, fluid accumulations, coughing, headaches, so on and so forth. Alright, I'm just going to pick up a couple of examples. Let's look at guizi, which is a cinnamon twig. It's a very useful common herb. The characteristic of guizi, which is acrid, sweet, and warm. And it goes to the lung, spleen, and bladder, which is the channel propensity of guizi. Now, the category is obviously for releasing wind cold. So if you have got common cold that you feel uncomfortable, achy, headaches, your body feels sort of achy, that is an indication of the wind cold factors affecting your exterior. So the strategy in Chinese medicine is to disperse those uncomfortable wind cold factors by using acrid and warming herbs such as guizi. So guizi has been used in the formula of guizi tang. Guizi tang, which has got guizi, baicao, gancao, dazao, senjiang. So this formula guizi tang is used for treating external releasing wind cold. Now, on top of guizi is used for releasing external wind cold, another useful function of guizi is for treating phlegm dam. The reason for it is because guizi goes to the spleen. It works very well for any sort of spleen disharmony. Now, the spleen, obviously, if it is not well, they generate dampness. So that's why, if you want to treat dampness, you certainly can use guizi, such as Ling Gui Zhu Gan Tang, which is basically a formula consists of Fuling, guizi, baizhu, and ganchao. It's only 4 ingredients, but it is used for treating phlegm dam, like coughing, for example. You got phlegm, cough, you can use guizi. So you can see there are 2 clinical applications here. One is to release the external wind cold, and the other one is to treat the phlegm dam. So what it meant is, in Chinese medicine, you must not just learn one function. There are multi-functions. You need to remember that, so it can expand your clinical skill. Now, the other useful application of guizi is for treating what they call fluid retention, like edema, swelling in the ankle or a lot of fluid in the surface, in the muscle, for example. You can use quids to treat that. One example is the formula of Wu Ling San that you will learn probably in year 3. Wu Ling San consists of Gui Zi, Fu Ling, Zhu Ling, Zi Xie. So all these herbs here will help to treat edema. So that is another function of Gui Zi, to treat edema or fluid accumulations. So I think that's probably enough for Gui Zi. What I'm doing here, basically just to give you some idea, Chinese herb has got quite a wide variety how to apply them, not just for treating one single condition. The next one we're going to look at is Zi Su Ye. As you can see, Zi Su Ye is the leaf, Ye is the leaf. Now, Zi is purple. If you look at very closely, this leaf is purple. So that's why it's called purple leaf, Zi Su Ye. The category of Zi Su Ye is very similar to Gui Zi and the rest of this herb here. They are usually meant for releasing external wind cold. But because the leaf is the different part of the plant, they are light. Therefore, the lightness of the leaf has got this tendency to help to release a lot of superficial conditions, for example. One of the areas that you can use Zi Su Ye is for like coughing again. Okay? When you have got coughing, usually coughing regarded as rebellious qi. Now, because Zi Su Ye is light, the Zi Su Ye can go to the area where the problem is. So that's why coughing is the upper heater. So the Zi Su Ye is light, so it can go to the upper heater to help the coughing. Now, I haven't covered the use of Zi Su Ye. Basically, I just introduced what they are and how you use them. Now, probably I'll give you another example. The Zi Su Ye in the formula like Xiang Su San, it has got Zi Su Ye in it. Xiang Su San as a formula is for treating wind cold attack with qi stagnation. Now, Zi Su Ye is one of the ingredients in that formula. It's good for releasing the wind cold as well as moving the stagnation, because the characteristic of Zi Su Ye is acrid. Acrid means dispersing, acrid means moving, and when it is warm, obviously it's very dynamic. That's why if there is any qi stasis, it will also help to disperse it. Now, another area that Zi Su Ye is used is for treating like coughing and phlegm. In, for example, Ban Xia Ho Po Tang, which is a formula used to treat what they call the plum stone throat, meaning you feel some stagnation in your throat, but there is basically uncomfortable sensation. They usually considered as phlegm. Now, Zi Su Ye can be used to treat that sort of condition in Ban Xia Ho Po Tang. Now, of course, another partial characteristic of Zi Su Ye is good for treating allergic reaction. Allergic such as seafood allergic reaction, you got skin rash, you come in bum, it's itchy, and Zi Su Ye can be used too. Okay, I just picked the 2 examples to explain how to use category 1 of herb, which is used for external releasing herbs. Now, the other herbs, I suggest you go and look it up in the resources and then the textbook that they recommended, because there are a lot of information and material. All you need to do is just follow the process which I just introduced, look at their category, look at their partial characteristics, and then look at their specific action or functions. And then the process is exactly the same. When you're learning individual herb, the process is exactly the same. It's only a different herb as you're looking at it.